What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a new video. I know I'm looking kind of rough right now. I do need a haircut, but I just wanted to make this video because I am going through a very difficult and dark path in my life. Not path, I wouldn't say that, but a difficult time in my life. Everybody goes through that, whether it's losing a family member, a breakup in a relationship. And in my case, it is a breakup in the relationship I was with my partner. I'm not going to go into much detail of what happened because I don't want anyone to know my business, really, because this is the internet and I don't know who's watching. But it is a breakup. We broke up because it didn't work for us. And I just want to basically tell you guys how I'm feeling. I am feeling a bit sad, a bit angry at myself, and a few things, where I could have improved, where things could have been better, I would say, in the relationship. But I am glad that I can at least analyze my emotions going through this path, because I got to make sure that the same thing doesn't happen again. So I can learn my lesson, whether it ended bad on her side or bad on my side. You can always learn from either way, because through the most difficult and challenging parts of your life is where we learn, because we only learn the hard way. If someone tells us to do something, we won't pay attention until something bad really happens, and then we learn the hard way. For example, like if a guy is driving a car and he drives really fast in the car all the time, he's gonna keep driving fast until he finally gets in a crash, and he's like, all right, now I gotta slow down, right? We only learn in the difficulties in our life. That's how we learn our lessons. But I just want to say that it's okay to feel pain and suffering in your life. Just make sure that when you do feel pain and suffering, you do have a God that is there for you. So you can always reach out to him, pray to him, and tell him that you're in need of him and that you're not alone. Even if you feel really alone and you feel like your world is crashing on you, you can at least hold on to that. And that will be your hope and your faith, that things will work out, because then you have a bigger understanding that God is always with you, and that God knew that this was going to happen, and God knows exactly what's going to happen in the future. So you just have to trust in God's plan and be the stepping stone. Let these challenges and difficulties, parts in your life, whether it's losing someone, a relationship, an addiction, whatever it is, that understand first that you need help, and also that God is willing to give you that help, that you're not alone, that you're able to do it. And sometimes God will teach you in the most mysterious way, like unexpectedly, but it's what it takes for you to learn, because God loves you. He's gonna He's gonna set it up that way because he loves you so much. He doesn't want to lose you. So sometimes we have to go through very, very difficult things in our life in order for us to learn. And once again, it's okay to suffer. It's okay to go through pain. Breakups feel bad. Losing to a family member feels horrible. But life goes on. You can easily be stuck in a state of mind of fear, sadness, and anger. Or you can understand those feelings of sadness, anger, understand why you feel them. And if you can avoid them, you'll learn how to avoid them in the future. If you can't avoid them, you at least learn how to live with them and transform it into something better, right? Because if I'm sad and I'm angry about a situation in my life, I can grab that energy of sadness and anger and put it towards working out. Let me try to prove something right to myself. And once you prove something right to yourself, you can prove it to others. So if you're ever sad and angry, go work out, go do something that you've always told yourself, like, it's very difficult for me to start. Put all that energy into that. Don't just lay in your bed. It's okay to cry, it's okay to feel angry, it's okay to feel jealousy, whatever the feeling of state of mind that you are negative. It's okay to feel that way, but just make sure you don't stay that way. That's the key. Don't just stay that way. the key is to be at peace and be at happiness, so do whatever it takes to get there. God is going to give you challenges that are very difficult, but as his warrior, right, or as his princess for the women out there, just prove to him that you're very loyal to God, and that when it does get difficult, you're still praying to God for wisdom, strength, and faith to keep going through this challenge. And at the end, that you're going to overcome it, and you're going to become a better person because of it. And I want you to stick to that truth, because if you do, when you go through the most difficult thing in your life, you will understand that yes, it's going to suck some nights. Some days are going to be good. Some days I'm not even going to be thinking about it. Some nights I'm going to be heavily thinking about it. Some days I'm going to be crying. Some days I'm going to need help. Some days I'm going to be begging for God. Some days you won't. But that's part of the journey, That's part of the journey. We're humans. We're feeling human emotions. We have to understand them. But we have to keep evolving. Keep telling yourself what you deserve, and that you will get what you deserve. And just keep being a good person. That's the ultimately most important thing. Forgive yourself, forgive people around you if they ever did something to you. If you did something to them, forgive yourself, forgive them, so you can move on and become the best version of yourself that you can possibly be. That's my message for you guys today, that not all pain and suffering is bad. You can convert your pain and suffering into something positive, okay? And if you enjoyed this video, and if it did help you, let me know in the comment section. If you need someone to talk to, you can always hit me up on Instagram, modern_billionaires, just like my YouTube name. There's just an underscore in between, Modern Billionaires. You can hit me up, you can talk to me, we can talk on the phone, and I'm here to help you guys. Understand that there's a lot of people that have already been through what you've been through, and maybe even worse. And quick story really quick, because I was at work today and I got the news, and I was very sad. I told my manager I needed to go home. She respected it, made me go home. And while I was in line, like I was in the teller line, I had the next client come, and she was sad, and I felt her sadness too, because I was also sad. And then she tells me that her husband passed away last night. And I was like, wow, like life can always be more difficult. So I have to just be grateful and blessed that I'm alive, I'm healthy, I still have my family, I still have my relationship with God. And I understand that it could be more difficult, and it isn't. It's a thing that you will overcome. That's it. Take care, my friends. I hope y'all take care. Y'all have a great weekend, because it's Labor Day weekend. Have the barbecue. Stay close with your family, because your family is always going to be there for you no matter what thing you go through. Take care.